Let me tell you a story of deceit, hope, and backstabbing. There is a great country, a truly modern superpower. Its economic might is immense. Its military might is colossal. But not everything is right about it. As the country coursed from one decade to another, a strong clique of evil men and women assembled to course direct the moves of the country as well as the world. Result was an era of endless and meaningless wars. Lots of great people from the great country perished, as did many hapless beings in far-flung corners of the world. But the clique kept making money and gaining power at everyone's expense. Soon the clique became an elite members-only club of entitled insiders. No outsider was allowed in the elite circle. The rest of the world started disassociating themselves from the great nation. Then came a man with an orange face and flowing blonde hair, who snatched the keys from the elite club members. He began hammering at their very base. The evil empire that took decades to build was crumbling, and the elitists were seething in rage. They hatched a conspiracy to take the man out, and they succeeded. Then they installed a hopeless old man in the top chair. The orders were clear: bring back the old times, remove all traces of the orange-faced man, and get us some money while you're at it. The old man did as directed. But the world had changed. The great country had changed. The bards and courtiers of the old man sang praises of him all day and all night, but it was not enough. The great nation had seen hope, and they were not willing to compromise. The old man's story was soon to be over. The great nation is, of course, the United States of America. The elite club is the American deep state. The orange man is Donald Trump, the 45th president of the United States. The old man is the current president, Joe Biden. I am Atul Mishra, and this is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. Let's begin. President Joe Biden's approval ratings are in a free fall. The Democrats' approval rating stood at 45.8% on Friday. A majority of Americans are today seething with anger against their president, and they are making no secret of the fact that they do not like the way in which their country is being run. American wants the United States to be taken care of. However, Biden has reduced the USA into an object of global shame and ridicule. Domestically, Biden is polarizing the society at an unprecedented level, even while liberals might want to believe that he's actually healing the nation. Joe Biden. Americans are throwing expletives at President Joe Biden like they have never done before. Unfortunately, Biden has nobody but himself to blame for the same. He has done so much to deserve being hounded publicly. College football fans have taken to chanting Joe Biden in the stands during games, and Saturday marked the second straight weekend of presidential taunts. During the weekend of September 4th, at least 4 instances of the chant Joe Biden were identified. The chants broke out at Coastal Carolina University, Virginia Tech, Auburn University, and Texas A&M. On September 11th, the chants broke out again at the Auburn-Alabama State game. The protest chant, with the simple lyrics Joe Biden, sung between claps by young students, threatens the very presidency of Joe Biden, as the lyrical chants can very well become a trend against Democrats, causing grave damage to their fortunes just before the crucial midterm polls. Donald Trump Jr. predicted, meanwhile, that the trend will continue. He said the Biden presidency has gotten so bad that the media can't run cover for him anymore. He added, when you look at Afghanistan, and I can go through 50 points on it, $65 to $80 billion of equipment left to our enemies, giving them a kill list of American citizens, giving them the biometric scanners, pulling out the military before you pull out civilians, Trump Jr. said. The list goes on and on. To add to it, Joe Biden has also made COVID-19 vaccines mandatory for federal workers, and this is causing a lot of outrage among Americans. On the new vaccine rules, Trump Jr. said, it's a little bit crazy. None of these lines up, the whole my body, my choice, except for when the government mandates something, it doesn't work. But no one's calling out the hypocrisy. Biden's approval ratings are dipping with every passing day, and Americans have made it clear that they do not want Kamala Harris as their president as well, while also wanting Biden to quit office. 32% of Democrats agreed, according to a recent Rasmussen Reports poll, that Biden should resign over the Afghan debacle. 75% of Republicans want Biden out of office. The US is fast losing its status as a net security provider to its allies in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Biden's botched up Afghanistan withdrawal has sparked security concerns in the Middle East. that has left the fate of countries like Saudi Arabia and Iran hanging in the balance. Biden has successfully botched up the USA's relations with all key players of the Middle Eastern region in less than 8 months of his presidency. Biden has led to the dissension of South Asia into a period of uncertainty with his abject surrender to the Taliban. Central Asia too is now facing an imminent threat from a Taliban-ruled Afghanistan. China is getting emboldened, and all in all, Biden is really screwing things up internationally. Leave alone evacuating friends of America and its allies. The United States was not even able to successfully evacuate its own citizens from Afghanistan. And now, as the last of US troops have been withdrawn, those who have been left behind are people who have helped the US and its allies throughout the 20-year-long inconsequential war in Afghanistan. And due to Joe Biden's ill-intended withdrawal, all these people are left at the Taliban's mercy. Domestically, vaccine mandates, failure to curb COVID-19 despite widespread vaccination, indifference towards the USA's brave soldiers and veterans, and the pursuit of a radical left liberal agenda are all contributing to Biden becoming a very unwanted and disliked president. With barely months to go for the midterm polls, the Democrats are not in the best position to even retain their hold over one house of Congress. The Biden story is officially over.